To create technology to invade the privacy. This is our land, we not from Africa. To make me laugh at you, pull up in an Acura. Boom! You don't want me to clap at you. You don't wanna end up on the news from these niggas attacking you. You don't wanna end up with a bruise from a real nigga smacking you. You don't wanna end up with a snake up in your chest like Dracula. Huh? Fuck that. Yeah, we done with that real rap. Time to pick up that gun. Time for that drill rap. Time to spin that nigga block. Pull up with jail at. If I catch him at that Whole Foods eating banana and get built, them shits don't hurt me. You call your clique and rap them clips, motherfucker, little bitch, I ain't word. Ha, 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 ha. You ready to slide? Let me hear you say ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I'm ready to slide. Car in park, I put it in the drop. Poor ass niggas, they ready to rock. Better not catch your ass outside. Run for what? Run for ha, 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 ha.
Any planes? We don't own no ships. But we are not the people who are flying and floating that shit in here.
Move, with two chopsticks, that's so diabolical, man. What the fuck? When Drake said to Meek Mill, you getting bodied by a singer nigga, I didn't think he like really mean that shit. Like, I can imagine taking that L from a light-skinned nigga. A Jewish light-skinned nigga. From the but Triple X actually said it out his own mouth. If he get cooked, he was gonna be the reason. Like, Drake? I felt like Soulja Boy. Drake? You gotta be fucking shitting me. Like, Drake though? Well, I mean, I guess. Oh man. I never thought I'd be here today. Like, actually, like, I just thought he was a pretty good artist, you know? Never thought. I would have never thought. Damn. But it's another episode. That's so fucking diabolical, man. What the fuck? And we diving straight into it because I don't want to keep y'all holding on because it's stressing me out. It's stressing me out that I'm keeping y'all waiting with this long ass intro. Man, shut up.
You are as guilty as they are, because you were an essential part of that crime. When you went to spend that blood money on
who the fuck wears jersey? Man, what up?
Court, the value you place on the human life that was taken.
Dedrick Williams was in a Broward County courtroom for violating his probation in a previous grand theft charge. He is also charged with the murder of rapper XXXTentacion. Detectives say Williams killed the rapper as he left a motorsports store in Deerfield Beach.
And at the conclusion of this evidence, you'll find that Dedrick Williams, Michael Boatwright, and
convicted killers Dedrick Williams is now claiming that Drake was somehow involved in the Red Rum. I know it sounds insane, but the proof he's dropping in court is about to blow your mind. Stay tuned because we're diving deep into these shocking allegations and what it could mean for one of the biggest names in hip hop.
Hold on, bro. They don't want to take life for Drake, the biggest fucking hip hop pop star there is. They ain't taking that L note for
Florida, USA. The young man flourished and made an entry into the music industry where he took the world by storm as a rapper, with his unique emo-style rap and personality racking him many fans, producing hits such as Moonlight and Look at Me. X was no stranger to controversy because of his countless trouble. Just withdrawn $50,000 and was leaving the store with a friend when an SUV blocked their way, with all this being captured on security cameras. Two armed men came out of the SUV and a heated exchange ensued where they fired shots at X and made away with the money.
Surveillance cameras captured the ambush of rapper XXXTentacion as he prepared to leave a Deerfield Beach motorcycle dealership last June. The cameras show a vehicle block the rapper's exit, and then men jump out of the vehicle.
And a trial was held. One of the suspects, Robert Allen, however, turned on the rest and cut a deal with the feds, leading to the other three being found guilty of all the counts and were then sentenced to life imprisonment with no possibility for parole. Talk about a proper backstabbing.
after Dedrick Dietrich.
However, the plot thickens even more as one of the cons, Dedrick Devin Williams, is now filing documents to get an appeal. Dedrick and his legal team are basing his petition with the angle that he did not get a fair trial, as is the law. They claim that some crucial evidence was ignored and excluded from the trial, and the evidence might just
also known as XXXTentacion's murder. This may actually be more than just rumors. Dedrick Williams, one of the men convicted in the tragic killing as the getaway driver of the late rapper's death, is appealing his conviction after evidence was not allowed in court, according to his attorney, Marcisio Padilla, who is appointing Drake as a possible suspect. Williams' attorney Padilla argues that the jury didn't hear all the facts.
quite terrible. That was a pretty wild statement to make. And then X ends up dead. So was Drake really involved? Even if he wasn't, it's not looking good for the big dog.
Prior to him being murdered, he had posted on Instagram, if anybody kills me, I'm snitching right now, it's Champagne Poppy. I'm paraphrasing, but something to that effect, right? So, imagine, the decedent said prior to his death, if anybody kills me, it's Champagne Poppy, which is Drake's Instagram name.
That's crazy work, bro. That's really crazy work. I'd have never imagined in a million years, like myself, like ever. Would have never.
Big names in the industry in an effort to catapult their careers into the right direction. And it looks like X might have just stolen this tactic from the great playbook beefing with Drake pretty bad. This all started back in 2017 when Drake was on tour. He dropped snippets of his new music KMT, which many people considered a great banger, but not X. Oh, after Drake released the tease, many people started making comparisons, saying that the song at the start sounded extremely similar to X's song.
He doesn't do it that same week, bro.
Demon just got out of can. I gave my
I hear da in my dance.
just not in my place.
Hey, can't keep my in my past. Hey, my bitch don't love me no more. Hey, she kicked me out on life, bro.
Now, we all know X wasn't about to just stay in the background in all this. To his longtime friend DJ Academics, saying Drake was pretending not to know him, adding that Drake had reached out to him through a mutual friend and given him props in an interview. And there's more. X's former manager Adam22 refuted Drake's claims of not knowing X before his KMT. X outrightly calls Drizzy a culture vulture, always on the lookout to steal from upcoming artists. He goes on to drop Major T, reminding us about the Drake and Dram situation, where Drake apparently stole the song Hotline Bling from Dram, who was originally supposed to do a remix of his hit Cha Cha with Drizzy. That's some pretty shady behavior from the top dog, and X wasn't having it at all. X then makes a wildly bizarre claim, saying Drake should have come to his court date to put in a good word for him, which adds more confusion to all of this.
Keeping a blood raw, I still think Drake, like, I think he's not a man. I think that's a move. Especially when I was in jail facing life, bro. You know what I'm saying? If Drake would have came to my barn hearing, you know what I'm saying, that would have made my day. If he would have showed that he's a hospitable person and that he's really in this for the culture, rather than being a nigga taking my running off with it and then putting it on his album, then he would have got my kudos, he would have got my respect. I would have let him hop on the remix, take 100% royalty rate. I would have done it. Because I know I can maintain.
X decided to take the low road and entertained us all the way through it.
Hey, tell Drake mom I want some. Hey, tell Drake mom I want some tapioca pudding. Tell Drake mom I like my pudding tapioca.
And he still wasn't done. X kept on coming for Drake, now calling him out on his fake, seemingly to have taken the high road. Mighty mature of Champagne Poppy, if you ask me.
And hey, tell this Drake, stop speaking patois. You are not Jamaican. I'm a real Jamaican. I'm from Kingston. All of my family is from Kingston. Stop stealing my people's culture. Get the off our. We don't claim you.
The beef did Instagram page that was a troll to X being knocked out on stage by Rob Stone. Ooh, so Drizzy can be that shady as well, huh? Well, the beef cools down in 2018, and X comes out and apologizes to Drake's mom for making those shady comments about her. But X still insists that the KMT song was
business opportunity, as you extorted the cadence from that song. I'm not gonna argue. It is what it is, nigga. The cadence is exactly same. And if I'm just an emotional then it is what it is. We agree to disagree like men, but I apologize because talking about his mom was wrong.
The first time I shared this with my clients,
I mean, shit definitely thick. Like, shit definitely thick. What's going on the back end of all this shit, but it's definitely some shit. And I gotta address it. I can't just sweep this shit under the rug and talk about other shit. I gotta talk about this shit because this shit is fucking dumb.
Dedrick's attorney speaks. Now, because of this beef that went on till X's passing, Mauricio Padillo is trying to turn the defense around, seemingly trying to add Drake in the mix. Padillo lists a number of errors that support Dedrick's appeal, starting with the state asking him to strike off all the witnesses he had filed in his witness list, which apparently is not legally even possible. He also states that he was ordered to give the state some sort of blueprint about what his defense was going to be, which is highly inappropriate.
In December of 2020, I filed a witness list. The state's reaction to that was to file a motion saying, we want the court to strike all of his witnesses, that's not even something that's legal or that you could do. You have to itemize who you want stricken. You just can't shotgun approach and say, I want all of his. Was the nexus in my defense witnesses and what nexus they had to my theory of defense, which I argued was inappropriate because at the end of the day, you're ordering me to give the state a blueprint of what my defense is going to be.
And it just keeps getting even messier. Mauricio also filed a motion to perpetuate DJ Academic's testimony because the DJ was a long texter. He may do something to retaliate. Mauricio says that the court denied his motion to perpetuate this testimony, which raises even more eyebrows.
The court was fully aware of my theory of defense. Prior to that, I filed a motion to perpetuate the testimony of Livingston Allen, which goes by the name of DJ Academics, because on the phone with X, discussing the issue and the beef that he had with Drake, and specifically, X had either said or posted something about Drake's mom, and he had posted a picture of a Drake lookalike with semen on his face, and he wanted DJ Academics to post it on his own site, and he said, I'm not going to do that. And in
These goddamn attorneys be sounding so goddamn convincing. You feel me? I know they get paid top dollar to tell the best lies in the world or the best truths in the world.
With a subpoena, the video apparently captures Drake's bodyguards being uncooperative. And get this, one of Drake's employees is even caught on tape kicking the subpoena down the road of his mansion. Crazy, right?
At that time, James Beard, which is the process server that served Drake, appeared as a witness. And I wanted to show video that he took of the actual attempted service where it shows Drake's bodyguards or the people that are in front of his house refused
Drizzy's motion to squash his subpoena and also granted him protective order. On top of all that, he allowed Drake's attorney, Brad Cohen, to argue California law without having a California expert present. He also goes off and strikes Drake off Mauricio's witness list, which is completely inappropriate. Seems Drizzy might have some very powerful allies up top.
Hey, yo, Drake is Jewish, bro. You know he got that pull. It ain't gonna be that easy, bro. You know he got that pull. Fuck wrong with y'all.
The judge did a 180 from having a California expert there and basically kind of chastised me about, why are you bringing him into it?
And Maurice wasn't done yet. He speculates that the judge might have made these decisions that seem to be in Drizzy's favor because of his huge celebrity status, calling Drake a super celebrity. He says this might be the reason the judge so many unconstitutional calls in the beginning that took away the fairness of Dedrick's trial, special treatment to the most popular individual, a script we have seen countless times.
I don't want to speculate as to why, but when you're dealing with someone like Drake, which he's not a celebrity,
a gang expert as a witness, even though Cruz claimed to have found visual evidence that Drake might have been affiliated with the same organization as the co-defendant of the case, Robert Allen. Fishy, huh? Apparently, Dr. Cruz had research that showed Drake throwing the same gang signs as Robert Allen, and to add to that,
of organization as a co-defendant in this case, Robert Allen.
Yes, okay, so Dr. De La Cruz did proffer to the court everything that you've stated regarding the song lyrics, the fact that Drake was throwing gang signs that were the same gang signs that Allen was throwing.
Line that touches on Louis bags for body bags, which Cruz believes Drake was referencing the Louis Vuitton bag that X had on him with the $50,000 that was stolen at the shootout. So why would the judge deny Cruz a chance to hit the witness stand? It's getting even messier by the second.
Because shortly after XXX was killed, the brief write Louis bags for body bags, the implication there being that Drake was referencing murder. But ultimately, Cruz was completely excluded from the trial, and the jury did not hear any of his findings.
I don't believe that was a legal call. I think it was error for him to do that and not allow us to put forth that testimony. And We put up pictures of Drake with Lil Wayne throwing up a Bloods gang sign and other evidence that Drake Allen admitted that his father, known dealer, known firearms dealer, as the brief states, produced at least one of the guns that was used in this. When I asked him about his father and ties to Toronto and dealing, the state objected, and the judge didn't allow that question.
He also goes on to say that the state attorney made his partner check social media and confirmed Drake's whereabouts, which is a flimsy verification for a homicide trial. On top of that, all this wasn't even on their report. They pulled a nasty move here and actually got away with it.
So it was a constant battle for me to try and basically do my job and show where reasonable doubt existed. With Allen, with Detective Curcio, whatever the reasons may have existed, the moment that the state attorney opens up their mouth and says that, now he's really at issue.
Despite everyone saying justice had been found for XXXTentacion with the charging of Dedrick and the other two convicts, it is clear that the trial was filled with so many blunders and contradictions that we simply cannot brush off. Drake might have had a hand in the unaliving, but the grave errors in the trial might have just saved the superstar some major trouble. But the appeal might go through, and Drake might just be in some hot soup. Did you enjoy watching this?
Crazy, allegedly. All this shit is alleged. You feel me? I ain't with none of that 1-8 shit. But that shit is still something to think about, man. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Damn. Damn. Yeah, all these 8-1s in this case, like, bro, straight. Oh, man. Y'all motherfuckers be playing with a lot of technology, a lot of AI, but this phone call conversation is diabolical, bro. Between Jay-Z and motherfucking and Diddy. Shit, I can't even characters being assassinated and they're going to fuck the prison on some wild shit. Like, I don't get it. I don't know who they pissed off. I'm gonna do some research and see who the fuck everybody beefing with. You feel me? Who got power? And I'm gonna figure this shit out. And when I do figure that shit out, I'm dropping that video because this shit is crazy. It's not a coincidence, bro. It's really not.
You think I wasn't gonna get at you from the inside?
He has reached out to a witness, an alleged participant in multiple freak-offs.
Then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country?
And he's asking people to intimidate.
Court hearings already on the internet and leaked phone calls where he's calling witnesses. Things are getting out of control and you won't believe what he says on these calls. Recently, the DA released that Diddy was contacting witnesses from jail and they were saying this is the reason that he shouldn't get bail. He was using other inmates' phone calls to three-way people who would then call the witnesses, and that's who he spoke to over the phone. There's legal documents that back up everything they said about how Diddy runs the jail and he gets inmates to do whatever he wants. Also, in a weird turn of events, the insane phone call that we found online, and see if we could figure out what he's saying and who he's talking to. Legal disclaimer, people, I'm just a guy that reacts to stuff I find on the internet, so as of right now, everything is rumors, gossip, or opinions of others until verified to be real. So legally, everything in this video is just alleged.
Are you surprised to hear from me? No. What's going on?
Contacts, so he's clearly not caring what the rules of the prison are at this point. He wanted to talk to this person regardless.
Nah. With all due respect, my brother, how is your wife doing? I heard she's spending a lot of time on the farm and she loves talking to a pig. I told you when I went.
Enjoying her time on the farm talking to pigs. Woo! That shit is crazy. Like, I like how you flip that though. Like, that shit is crazy.
Code right here, but he mentions the word pigs by using unauthorized means of communication, which, as described above, are difficult to monitor and often using coded language. Diddy also states taking a road trip, which I'm thinking is him being arrested and that he could invite this guy on the trip. So saying like, I could snitch on you and bring you if I want to.
Listen, everything all good. We just can't talk right now. Now, how about I just talk and you listen? You told me the storm would just come and go if I lay down and stay quiet.
Stayed quiet, it would all just go away. I'm assuming he's talking about the trial. If he doesn't snitch on anyone above him, then they'll make the trial go away if he stays quiet. Even Diddy's lawyers are frustrated with him because he keeps breaking the rules behind their back and making things difficult for them trying to get him bail. Not to mention the fact that the judge even mentioned that the lawyers are lying for Diddy and making them contact people.
This is calling three-way too.
Not exactly sure what he means by vitamin E or special K cereal, but if you guys know or decode it, leave it in the comments.
Yo, relax. Some things fell through, but everything will be back up soon. Just keep calling your family. You'll be with them soon.
Oh, I'm doing the same thing for Thanksgiving. Make sure you send it straight to the Shade Room and TMZ. Make me look like a good father.
He allegedly ignored his lawyers when they told him not to do the social media campaign around his birthday, but he wanted to do it anyway.
All right, sing that.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
I love y'all so much.
Hey. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that shit don't mean shit to these motherfucking judges and prosecutors at all. Like, at all. They don't give a flying fuck if you got at the end of the day, bro. When the country need that money or the state need that money, from you being incarcerated, bro, which one is more beneficial? You being on the street paying taxes or you being inside making us $30,000 a fucking month? Yeah, it usually don't balance out. So,
You know, I've been thinking about watching a movie lately. It's called Eyes Wide Shut. Have you seen it? It's got a real famous celebrity in there, don't it?
Cruz, what's your point?
Is that who it is? Man, your wife did a few movies, didn't she?
He mentions the movie Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, which that movie's about going into private elite parties where everybody's wearing masks and hooking up with each other. They're doing rituals on people, and it's actually really close to what people are saying happens at Diddy's freak-off parties. We know police have recovered plenty of freak-off videotapes and even interviewed people that they saw on the tapes to find out all the details of what happens. And we don't know which celebrities they've interviewed specifically, but we do know there's plenty of celebrity-filled tapes that are being sold behind closed doors right now because lawyers came out on that.
man, it wasn't that long ago she did her last movie. I think she was just in The Color Purple.
Oh, nothing. Just talking to an old friend. You know, I haven't talked to friends in a long time. It seemed like they forgot about me. Let's make sure they keep it that way.
Here I think it's pretty clear Diddy's referencing how none of his friends that he was close to have even spoken up about him, which is kind of crazy. Even when asked about it in person, those like Kevin Hart, Rihanna.
Comments about P. Diddy, the allegations?
Well, don't lean.
You only to speak out against this Diddy thing. What's your take now? John, you made a statement about Diddy. What? Jason, hey, my man, do you have
No.
Go. No? Is the Baldwin family at all concerned about Justin Bieber with this P. Diddy thing?
Now, one could say that he has them on tapes and that's why they're all quiet. Because how hard would it be to say, I have nothing to do with this Diddy case. I didn't go any parties or do anything wrong.
Get it. I really don't. I don't get it. Now, if y'all was talking about, like, the murders of fucking, like, Tupac and Biggie was the main topic, I understand how serious the case may be. But y'all talking about fucking parties. Like, this man is a Scorpio. He's a fucking freak. Why wouldn't he have freak offs? Like, what the fuck is the problem with having fuck? So, I don't get it. Now, if it's involving minors, okay, yes, I understand that. I do understand that part, right? If it's involving minors, but if it's not, it's nobody's been the whole fucking world, right? And you telling them, you gotta suck my dick, let me hit that shit. You telling men and women that shit in order for you to, you feel me, get paid and get some popularity or fame and whatever the fuck. And I get it. But right now, They just keep talking about freak offs. Freak offs just sound like some free will shit that everybody just came to have a fucking.
You keep the worm food away from my house while I'm gone. It gets messy. Too many insects start digging around. Remember when I cleaned up the worm food around your house? I kept a sample in case you need it.
I don't know what worm food is code for, but Diddy's obviously using this, saying that he has blackmail and that he will use it if need be in a threatening manner, which happens to be what the DA shared as proof during the bail hearing, that Cassie presented text messages showing that Diddy threatened to release freak-off tapes of her if she didn't do what he asked.
And I'm out here.
Oh, and don't have another Kit Kat. It's bad for you. She made me gain weight. And get 44 on board again. Make him pull some strings again, or else.
Diddy keeps pushing forward, and he says something in a code word saying that Kit Kat, she made him gain weight. So Kit Kat is definitely a word for a person, and it's a woman, obviously, because he called her a she. He also mentions the number 44.
She don't have no moves.
Diddy has just been too confident, even from prison, and that's what the DA has been saying through their paperwork. He continues to break the rules consistently to his advantage, not worrying about what anybody will say, because he believes he's above the law and the rules don't apply to him.
First of all, Puff, you need to watch your mouth. You wouldn't be in this position, and you don't got what you think you got.
See, this made me think of before any of this started, which was what rumors say began Diddy's downfall, and that's when he decided to sue Diageo, one of the biggest liquor brands in the world, who owns Ciroc and De Leon, and paid him a yearly salary to promote their products. But Diddy wanted ownership, and as soon as he opened a lawsuit against them, all these problems started to mount on him. I think Diddy just thought and still thinks he has so much power because he has so many big names.
You don't got what you think you got.
Okay, you getting all fired up. I like that, Daddy. It's all love. But if I don't got what I think I got, then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country? Why Leo being up against somebody who got nothing to lose and everything to gain?
Now Diddy goes off right here on this part of the alleged recording, and I don't know how much truth there is to this. I did read that Ellen left the country, and they're trying to say that she left because of, just reminding you, everything in this video is just alleged, rumors and gossip. Let me know what you guys think. Is it real? Is it not? Is it AI? I'm here for it. Let's talk about it in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.
Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Why the fuck is Jay-Z getting pulled into this shit after that phone conversation? Let's see what TMZ have to say about that. Because this shit is fucking diabolical.
Jay-Z is staying on the offensive.
Yeah, these fucking commercials. I know. But it gives, at least it gives the YouTubers who's posting this shit a little bit of money, aimed on only watch it for 2 seconds, whatever the fuck.
Busby, the attorney, but also the accuser, and he has filed a new motion this morning, which we're going to get to in a moment. But basically, he wants to level the playing field with the accuser. But first, we got to start with this response that Jay-Z had to the allegation. Catch you up real quick if you hadn't heard, but a woman who had filed a lawsuit.
Hold on, for one. Why the fuck is a 13-year-old at a fucking party where there's alcohol at night? That don't even make sense. Like, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. A 13-year-old at a party with drinks, with fucking adults. What? The fuck was y'all at? A kids party?
That unnamed celebrity is now named. She refiled the lawsuit on Sunday. She and her attorney, Tony Busby, refiled it and named Jay-Z as the unnamed celebrity involved in the rape. Jay-Z's response is extraordinary in that, look, we've seen all these lawsuits against Diddy, dozens of them now at this point, and frequently his response has been to deny it, but to say nothing else. Jay-Z went way more than just denying it. He did do that, but then went directly after the attorney. Part of his statement said, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity." There were other shots at Tony Busby in his statement where he called him an ambulance chaser in a cheap suit.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is, and if you've heard Tony Busby's name before, it's because he seems to always find his way. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but he seems to always find his way into the big case, Charles, right? I mean, if it's Travis Scott, if it's Deshaun Watson, the NFL quarterback, he's always involved.
So Jay-Z had that confidential mediation. Right. Now, I got to say, I don't know what that confidential mediation would be about other than money.
Right.
But his point is the letter itself did not make any request for money.
Right, though I'm sure that was coming.
Yeah, it sounds like Busby's response was a little bit, that's right. And now Jay-Z, in his recent motion that you referenced earlier, has said, yeah, that was me. Because when you sent your demand letters to me, I then went forward, stood my ground with an extortion lawsuit against you. And now if you're going to continue this whole spectacle, I want the accuser's name out there as well. She shouldn't be able to sue me as a J.
We covered that where we thought the fact that they didn't name this person sounded like they were probably reaching out to that person to try and get a settlement. Jay-Z says that is exactly what happened. And when he turned him down, he thinks that the only reason they have now refiled this and put his name in there is retaliation for Jay-Z.
Celebrities have been accused of wrongdoing. This hardly ever happens, Charles, where you see the person under fire, the celebrity, fire back and this intensely.
Right, back at the attorney and then filing, Derek, this motion for the accuser.
Right, he is not taking this lying down, clearly.
And look, you're allowed to file documents anonymously, particularly where there's allegations that she was only 13 when this happened. So that's not uncommon to see. But Jay-Z now thinks this is an extortionate plot. And he says... Yeah,
I think it would be extraordinary, I think, Derek, if the judge did force the accuser to... Because, and this is the really alarming part of this case, is that we're talking about a 13-year-old is the alleged victim. A woman who was at the time 13. And by the way, Tony Busby isn't backing down, said that his client remains steadfast in her resolve in this case, that she will not back down and that she is going to continue to seek justice.
I understand it, Charles, from the standpoint, it's like, how do you defend yourself? And this is not a criminal case, fine. But how do you defend yourself in a court if you don't know who's making the allegation against you?
That's the argument that Jay-Z's making.
Marta Shea from Montreal. I mean, guys, who is really surprised by this, right?
It's a lot, bro. It's really a lot. It's really a lot. Let's listen to what the fuck this Canadian have to say.
I'm not. I don't believe anyone else is. Jay-Z and Diddy go way, way back, decades, right? They've been friends since, what, 1990? That's about...
Also saw it coming.
Yeah.
Right? Because he knew that he got that demand letter. He had sued Tony Busby. This was not something that suddenly pops up on Jay-Z's radar.
They were ready.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit going on, man. I must say. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit going on. This bullshit going on. Lil Wayne could probably perform at the Super Bowl now at his hometown. I'm jealous. Yo, man, this shit is crazy, yo. All these gatekeepers getting fucking kicked out the gate. Yeah. Just get them right the fuck out the way. Let real talent in. We ain't got to deal with no more fucking mumble rap that niggas be dropping that neck to put out there. You feel me? Niggas getting fucked in the industry. All this type of weird shit. And all this mumble rap bullshit been taken over. But now you got some real shit going on out here. You feel me? That could be mainstream now. So, with that being said, this episode definitely getting real. So, let me know what y'all think, man. Leave it in the comments. Like, I definitely coming back. Like, let's talk about it. Shit. God bless America. Shalom. You know? It creates a knowledge. You don't wanna end up with a snake up in your chest like Dracula. Huh? Fuck that. Yeah, we done with that real rap. Time to pick up that gun. Time for that drill rap. Time to spin that nigga block. Pull up where you chill at. If I catch him at that Whole Foods eating a banana and get peeled back. First off, always been the one who hurt me. You call your click, ain't rap them clicks, motherfucker, little bitch, ain't word.
You ready to slide? Let me hear you say yeah, I'm ready to slide. Car in park, I put it in drop. Poor ass niggas, they ready to rock. Better not catch your ass outside. You want what? Rock from
from outside.
Floating that shit in here.